Happy Friday, being Guillén with Vida Baseball. It's Ozzie Jr. here with Oney Guillén and Ozzie Guillén. What's up, fam?
What's going on, bro? Everything is cool, man. Another cold day. Supposed to snow tomorrow.
I've been in Chicago full time since 2004. This is the first time that it's ever snowed this much.
I don't know.
Consistently.
I'm glad that I don't have to drive to work because I have a guy that shovels for me. I have no idea what it looks like outside. I'm working from home. Obviously, my body, you guys can see my body. You know, my beard represents that. I'm online, just habitually stepping on people on Twitter. So good show today. Packed. Glad you guys are here listening to us on La Vida Baseball. Don't forget to get your gear on the website at lavidabaseball.com. So
cool gear too.
Cool gear. So I don't even know if I said this site right, but let's do this. First topic right off the bat: who won the offseason? Okay, because Trevor Bauer got paid. A lot of teams are just now making the signings that, in my opinion, are the most important ones.
The quiet ones.
I'm going to go with my favorite signing of this week in the offseason. And the Mets, to me, I watched the Thor throw, and I was like, man, they signed Jonathan Villar, who was the Orioles' second baseman shortstop.
Great pickup.
Very quiet, a guy that's a super utility guy. Money was good, but those are the pickups that I think are really good because when you give your guys rest, and you can talk this as a manager, that's an above win replacement.
Well, right nowadays, you know how the Cal Ricans, the Ozzie Guilléns, the guys go there every day. If only few players do that. I think when you have a guy like that, it can help you in different places because you can get at least 3 games a week to hand 3 or 4 games. Just make sure your shortstop, your second baseman, your third baseman get a day off. All of a sudden, you keep that guy ready. Especially in the National League. In National League, you get a pinch hitter, double switch. All those little things happen. I think you need a guy like him in the National League because all the movement, all the things is go around, and that's why I think it's a great sign.
Yeah, well, I think honestly, it's really picking up with the signings because there's still some big names not signed, but it's picking up as far. I know the Blue Jays signed David Phelps, which is a good reliever. Which is all the Blue Jays to me have done. Obviously, they signed Springer, but they've done some moves that I really like. They got a Metz from Steven Metz, the pitcher. So this is all big, and we won't know. I'm sure there's going to be guys signed during spring training.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be late coming in.
Well, there's a list of Dorsey's on a list. I think the biggest name.
I saw like 9-10 guys.
I'm saying like list. Turner.
COVID Turner. Yeah, but I expect Justin Turner. I expect Justin Turner to. I think I honestly expect him to come back to the Dodgers.
I think it hurts him that there's no universal DH.
It does hurt him because obviously, and I'm sure we'll get to that after this topic. But the offseason is when you make moves and make your teams better to address certain holes. Which there's teams that did stuff that I really love, and there's teams that did stuff that I'm like I don't think they did enough. I love what the Twins did. That they brought back Nelson. They got Andrelton Simmons, solidified their defense. They addressed their bullpen issues with Colomé. The Sox did a great thing when they got Lance Lynn. They got their closer in Hendricks. Did I think they overpaid for them? Sure, but they still got him. I don't like what they did with getting Adam Eaton at all. I do not like what they did. I think they got it too fast. I love what the Cubs did when they signed Jock Peterson, but I don't think the Cubs did enough. The big winners of the offseason are obviously the Blue Jays. The Dodgers end up getting a frontline starter. San Diego ends up making big-time trades. They get 2 frontline starters. And also the Yankees got Kluber, which is going to be, what if, but if he goes right, these are guys that are big, impactful players because to me, Adam Eaton is not impactful.
Yeah.
Hendricks signed Lemieux.
DJ LeMahieu, that's impactful, but that is huge. And the Cardinals get Nolan Arenado. That is impactful. Not only do they get Nolan Arenado, they pulled off a heist. They get $50 million from the Rockies. And then the St. Louis Cardinals also sign Yadier Molina and keep that boat from not tipping over, which makes the Cardinals already favorites of the NL Central.
I can't go against Wainwright. He comes back as well. Everyone thought he would retire. The Cardinals are only weak in pitching. Right now, I think I'd be focused on trying to find as many arms as possible to kind of just solidify because their prospects are not, other than they don't have that many big names like the Indians that are just a bunch of no-name guys that guys like me know because I followed them so closely that are just good arms. But there's two types of free agency, okay? If you're the Chicago White Sox, if you're the Cleveland Indians, if you're the Cubs, the Cubs maybe, 50-50. Let's just think of that way. Pretty much a lot of the teams in Major League Baseball can't do this. The Dodgers were able to get Trevor Bauer at $40 million because they could. And here's my point. Andrew Friedman and everybody out there with the whole Moneyball situation that Andrew Friedman was a genius in Tampa. Andrew Friedman proved in the last 2 years that you always go with money over
bargains.
Over with bargains, okay? He went with Mookie Betts, and then he overpaid for Trevor. When I say overpay, I mean Trevor's not – I don't think he's worth $40 million a year. But for his team, he's solidifying a number 3 starter. Like, if you're good enough, if you have that much money that you can give $40 million.
Okay, that's the thing. I understand. Like, okay, first of all, if the Dodgers are just fresh. First of all, they already had money. They're fresh off winning a World Series.
Yes.
So they cannot
a baby World Series.
Right. They would love to win one in 162.
But you still have hangover.
Yes,
So
that's the thing. This is why. So not only do they get Bauer, you put David Price in there, and now you have Kershaw, Buehler, who just signed.
By the way,
who's a stud.
Could probably be one of the worst contracts.
Yes. Well, he was in arbitration, so it's Kershaw, Buehler, Price, and Bauer. Now you're asking Bauer to be not the guy,
just to be Bauer,
which kind of
if you're
just
Buehler,
be 12 games.
Why would you sign a 2-year deal?
I don't know, and that's
scared of getting hurt.
That's for him and his agent. I think he'd rather be secure and get his $8-9 million, and he's not going to. He wants to be safe. Maybe he's happy.
You'd rather be safe than rich.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
early in the game, early,
or maybe he's touched.
I think he's touched.
Yeah, maybe he is.
I think the Dodgers know that he's touched, and they said we need to go get Bauer
because
if you lose Buehler.
And remember, they also have Kenley Jansen. They have Kenley Jansen.
That's one thing where I think that they should have spent money that they haven't yet. I thought Colomé would go to the Dodgers.
I thought Fred Jensen.
But he only has one more year left.
Couple years.
They also have Urias. The Dodgers.
That kid is going to be the closer. He should be the closer.
The Dodgers have. They are going to be fine. They only have to worry about the Padres in the division, and I really honestly think that they're going to repeat as division champions. I think the Padres get in as a wild card. So these are all things that happen in the offseason. And remember, when our teams are going to spring training, Arizona, Florida, whatever the case may be, people already out there, everyone is optimistic during this time. Everyone is looking at we're the guy.
January 1st when I think I'm going to lose 40 pounds.
Right. Everyone is optimistic. Nomar Mazara signed for the Tigers. Watch Mazara hit 30 home runs to Detroit.
How about this way? They signed the kids for the third base.
By the way, the Tigers are going to have
Suarez.
I'm going to explain this.
There's 3 teams
that
are sneaky.
Okay, the Tigers, if they had the pitching, they would be great. So if their prospects even do okay, because their offense looks pretty legit. The Kansas City Royals, who's winning the offseason, have added
Santana,
Andrew Benintendi, which I don't even know how they got that trade off.
I have no idea. Well, it's for their future for Boston.
Reds, but what's the Red Sox doing? The Red Sox they signed Marwin, who's a backup player,
TK,
and Kike. It's like the
backup players.
It's all the utility.
Well, I tell you what, right now the Red Sox are going to be fighting. They're going to be better than the Orioles, but that's it.
By the way, again,
I expect Boston to take and Alex is the manager. I do not expect the Red Sox to have a good season at all. But like you said, the Marwin Gonzalez move for the Red Sox and Kike is
It doesn't really make sense.
I think he's going to play every day second base.
Oh, he is. They're going to become both of them are going to become every day second base. But it doesn't make sense when you get guys that were utility.
Alex is good. He's not that good.
Well, so another team again, the team that's very scary. You know how their pitchers are going to hold up is Kansas City. They add Santana. They obviously added Benintendi,
and they have coming back. They have Soler.
Who went for, Merrifield was probably the best hitter in the Major League Baseball.
Right.
His position.
The Royals.
And Nino's healthy.
Yes.
Salvi.
So let me tell you something. The Royals, they're not going to win the division, but it's not the team you want to face. We got to face these guys again.
You're not going to go 4-12 off of them.
Exactly.
You can easily go 8-8.
So, which I will say this: people that are betting, that's why the AL Central, they're not going to win that many games because the Royals in Detroit, they're not as bad as they were 2 years ago. They're going to be better. The Tigers obviously got AJ Hinch. He's not playing, but the Tigers are going to be better. The Royals are going to be better.
He'll sneak
you don't
away
get
2 or 3 wins.
Yeah, you don't get Benintendi Carlos Santana, a healthy Salvi, and expect these guys to.
It's when they look at the Indians and they say, who does Cleveland have?
And if we're going off projections, there's baseball's perspectives, and there's Pacoda that have projected the Indians to win more games than the Sox.
When they can have this kid to close games, but in the meanwhile, it's a great trade bite.
Liam?
Hendricks?
Andrew. I don't think they're gonna. I think they're building around those guys because first of all, Benintendi's in his prime. Like he's young. He's like what, 24 years old. They're coming into their own.
All their pitching staff. Okay, this is the big difference when you're building teams. All their pitching staff is under 30. Them in Cleveland are going in the reality of we're going to build our own pitchers and we're going to try to fill in some veteran guys. So like Jake Arrieta's still out there. So like I think the Twins should consider him maybe an insurance. I even think Cleveland. Again,
I think whoever's
pitching scaring me.
Whoever gets I think Odorizzi would be a nice addition to somebody.
If the Twins don't get Odorizzi, they're in trouble.
I think that if whoever gets Odorizzi, it's going to obviously take a step forward. I really, really, really like what the Nationals did in getting
old school.
No, they went with Lester,
old school
closer, and they got the kid from the Pirates that people forget about, Bell. And they got Zimmerman back, which is that they were hung over last year, from their thing.
Okay, when was Zimmerman not going to play because
he's a bench. He's going to be a bench guy. But Josh Bell with the Pirates is a great player.
I just think that
he's a good hitter.
I just think that the last year they were like, we won the championship. Like
the 60 games, they didn't really care. And no more Eaton opens up a lot of things. I think the Nationals are going to be very.
And they still got one of the top 3 players in Major League Baseball.
They got Scherzer.
Well, they got Soto, position player.
Yeah, they got Scherzer. They got Soto. They have great teams. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Nationals. And I know that these things, it all depends on a lot of health. But if these teams stay healthy, I don't see why.
So who won the offseason for you?
For me, the offseason was won by the Nationals and the Twins. Obviously, I'm not going with the Dodgers and Nationals, Twins, and Blue Jays.
Well, I love the Blue Jays, what they did. When you're talking, when you talk about the Dodgers, it's all about money and all this stuff. But I think in the meanwhile, in the small plays, I think the Blue Jays did a tremendous job trying to put those guys together. And I think right now, I think Atlanta Braves signing Ozuna is something making
that's a dangerous sign.
That's one thing I worry about it because Ozuna just say this: being DH last year killed me. Like he's
like he wanted to play the field.
He tried to play in the field, but also he thought the DH is going to stay.
So you eat a lot.
Yeah, no, he got to stay. No, he got to stay. And he said, "Well, can DH play in the field one day?" Now we got to go to the outfield every day. I worry about that.
And that takes a huge toll on 162 games.
But
you think about
the production.
But you think about
production. Ozuna produced. He's always produced, but his production last season, was Trevor Bauer type production, which only comes from guys that are the 1%. His production was Mike Trout, Miggy Cabrera, Triple Crown years. Do I think that this guy's going to go out there and be the Triple Crown?
And now play outfield
and play in that heat?
I'm going to go on a limb, and he just got paid 4 years. I would put my money on Ozuna just saying,
dangerous sign.
So, and not only dangerous sign, we're not talking about
flashy teams fall down the quickest.
Yes, the Blue Jays. You had someone like George Springer, an everyday player, a stud, done it in every level, and in playoffs, regular season, he's done it 60 games, 200 games. It doesn't matter. You add that guy to a team, that's amazing. And what the Mets did, I don't care what the Mets did.
You're taking my one away.
Yeah,
I think that my offseason win is, I think, 2 sides. I think that the offseason for them was a good one because they got a player, Francisco Lindor, via trade, that makes their team better, and then there's leadership, Meaning they were able to bring somebody that solidifies that position.
So you're saying the Mets had a good offseason?
I'm not saying they're going to win games.
Except for the harassment. They had a great season.
They got a catcher. They needed defense. They know that offense was not something that they went to a catcher before. They paid way less than they would have for Remuto. They got a good one. The other team that they made a deal with, I think, had a great offseason because by getting rid of Lindor, they got rid of a lot of money. And potential for money.
Ozzie loves the Indians. You love the Indians.
Eddie Rosario, a bargaining chip.
And what about the players they got for
Lindor? For people that don't watch baseball the way that I do, they got a shortstop, that That's probably one of the best defensive shortstops.
Jimenez?
They're not going to miss Lindor defensively.
Which is that people don't realize this. For a team, this is huge.
And Ahmad Rosario.
Yes.
So now they have two shortstops that one of them they can basically shop around. But the kid, they basically replace Lindor's bat with Eddie Rosario in left field, and then they replace the defense at shortstop by bringing this kid in. First base Santana, they really believe in their prospect. They're doubling down, which is a difference from the White Sox. They're saying you're a first rounder, like the Kansas City Royals. They're going to say we're losing with our guys. Yes. They're not going outside their plan and saying it's like if the White Sox would have never signed Zach Grandal.
Then they go to Collins.
How much worse is this team with Grandal between Collins and Grandal?
We won't know until we see Collins play a lot.
But I'm just saying though, time out. Let's say Grandal he just has average seasons.
Well,
for the amount of money, I'm just saying. Hold on, I'm just saying.
It's 4-year deal.
When you're paying that much money,
think so.
When you're paying that much
4-year deal, 18 years.
You know what's funny?
Jim told me type
I think Grandal, hell no. Grandal, it'd be misused with the White Sox. Grandal was 7, 6, 7, 8.
Well, when you get 18 million, I think.
Okay, yes.
Tony might fix that.
But is Tony know what he should be doing? I wonder. I know for a fact he know what he should be doing. I never put Grandal close to batting fifth. From first to fifth, I will have discussion.
You would drop him.
I drop him to 7, 6, 7, 8. He's a lot of better hitters.
But I'm saying
he get on base a lot. Yeah, but you need people on base in the bottom of the lineup.
Liam Hendricks, for example, though, his sign's only going to be worth it if they go and make it to the World Series. You committed for 4 years. So, like, when I'm looking at those...
I worry about how many games that guy is going to save.
That's what I'm saying, though. So, like, what happened if you make... I still believe... That's why Tampa, I respect them, even though I don't believe in that. I'm saying they wouldn't...
I know, but be sneaky.
No, I'm saying...
Tampa made very Tampa moves.
Okay, if you win 90...
Chris Archer...
If you win 85 games, if you win 86 games, and the other team behind you wins 83 games, yet you spend $100 million more...
The other team won.
Technically, everyone loses except the World Series champion. The other team won.
My point is this: if you spend money like this in an offseason, $54 million,
not just
the Dodgers. Like if the Dodgers don't win a World Series, that's a waste. If the Sox don't make it to like a second, third round of the playoffs, that's a waste because they are the owner is putting.
That's why the Cubs are in a position that they're not going to fail because
they didn't spend. I thought right, and even like a team like Milwaukee, they got like a Colton Wong.
They're a weird team,
but they're going to be dangerous.
They still got Yelich.
Mustakas, Yelich, Colton Wong. But they didn't go overboard with like, hey, we're going to spend it. They just got a couple signings, and they're going to be okay. But if you had a big offseason, like a Toronto, they don't expect much. But if you had a big offseason, like the Sox, like the Dodgers, you're expected to be competing for – you want to be competing for the pennant. Or like around there, like everything else, right? Everything else is going to be as Marcus Semien signed for the Blue Jays, another great signing.
As your other place of work said, win or bust, or was it bust?
World Series or bust?
I don't know why we.
World Series.
I don't want to say we. I don't know why
let's change the subject. You got to ask them personally.
I will.
That's the curse of the Madden cover. So the next topic we want to talk about here on La Vida Baseball is one that a lot of diehard fans really are like upset about it. I don't know why. I think that it will affect the money lines and gambling in Vegas because after COVID, a couple new rules were added that were going to benefit COVID, but we're going to see them in the 2021 season. Obviously, the 3-pitcher rule is going to stay. Now there's going to be a runner on second for extra innings, which we had last season, which was kind of fun to watch. And then I think this one's actually the weirdest one is 7-inning doubleheaders.
Welcome to the CNBA.
Thank God for having Tony.
Before when I was playing, it was 7-inning doubleheader.
When? Where? Not in
1980s.
Not in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
I think they've had, or I think it was like a 7 and 9.
Time out. I thought you guys were like super tough guys. You guys would play the 7-inning thing?
Well, we never did.
Well,
that's just in case it's doubleheader.
I'm gonna say a couple things. I like the doubleheaders being 7 innings.
Yeah,
that's a big total. The doubleheaders, I have no problem.
You don't have to hide the guy in the hotel room just in case somebody has exposed.
Yes. I don't like. Everyone knows this. I do not like the reliever stuff. I think the reliever.
That's my least favorite rule.
Like I think it really, really ties managers up. Like, oh, I got to bring in this guy.
No, tight. It tied fans, media, front office people because we don't know how good the manager is.
You know what's good about the media? And writers are going to hate me right now. So writers are going to hate me right now. After the 6th inning, that's when writers have to stay in the booth and like do their work. So everyone usually eats 1st through 5th because usually it's like the game's going on. Not many pitching changes. Now they can eat 1 through 8 because there's only one change usually. Yeah. So there's a 3-minute break. That guy's not going to get changed because usually the 6th inning.
I just think that. What baseball is, after you get out to the 5, the strategy, I really think it really messes with the strategy with lefty, righty matchups. I want this guy, I want that guy.
That's why I like the extra inning rule. That's why I like the extra inning rule. Because I think the extra inning rule, with a runner on second.
Don't like it either.
I think it's exciting because you're like, the first excitement have to get the base hit. You just cut that to like the ending of the movie.
You're saying you fast forward to a guy on second.
You bunt or you don't.
No, but strategy-wise though, because
so I know what you're saying. So you're with the pitchers.
That's all you do.
With the pitchers,
or you bunt or you don't.
Yeah, but with the pitchers in the 3 innings, there's no strategy. With the doubleheader, with the guy on second, there's a lot of strategy.
No, because you're doing this. You're hitting. Okay, I'm gonna give you a strategy. The last out goes to second. That's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tie game, punching Judy up. Hey, go be the pinch hitter. What? Go be the pinch hitter, the runner. The Rajat Davises of the world. The Joey Gattler.
They don't have any more guys like that.
I would have a guy on my lineup.
Just a runner.
A gazelle.
Gerard Dyson.
You're going to be... No, because if I'm playing on the road, if I know I'm going to be the first team with an opportunity...
You want to take a lead.
It's going to be like football. I want the ball in the second half. I'm going to make sure that you're either going to get a hit and we're going to get another shot, or you're going to get out and you're going to be at second.
To be honest with you, this opens up a lot of criticism for managers because last year we saw Dusty not bunt. And the other man, they didn't bunt for 5-6 innings. They didn't bunt.
But I'm saying that's the strategy of the first. This is how baseball's going to change. The first guy that does this, boom, and wins 5 games in a row, the guy's a genius. He's changing the game. Just like the first manager that says, guys, new rule, shift innings, this through this, we're going to bunt.
Okay, I have an example for you. You guys are baseball people. Okay, the way they won't bunt is there's a runner on second, and now up to hit George Springer.
I ain't bunting.
I'm not bunting.
That's what I said.
Exactly.
By the way, it's too strategy. You bunting?
And then it comes up. Yeah, you're gonna bunt if it's 7, 8, 9. If it comes 1 through 2, 3, 4, 5, no bunt.
Don't because you're gonna take his bat away. Put it this way.
Most of the teams did not like to bunt because you get 1 out of the way. If I got my closer up there, you know what I mean?
If I'm spending $18 million, if I'm the White Sox. And I have a guy that's making that much money. I'm taking the lead.
I'm taking the lead.
Hitting, and this is where I'd be a horrible teammate. Unless you're the big bopper.
You're
3, 4, 5.
You're bunting.
Everybody else, I'm like.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think Luis Robert knows how to bunt?
No.
Okay, and there goes the problem.
But I'm saying you have to practice.
There goes the problem.
Okay, but it's a strategy thing now. Bunting this year.
I'm telling you right now, the only one we're using a team that we know the lineups. It's Madrigal. You're bunting. I guarantee you. Antonio will see this too in spring training. Luis Robert comes up, he ain't bunting because he doesn't know.
I think 2 things are going to be important this spring
training. And he's going to be like a 7th hitter.
2 things are going to be important this spring training this year, and I would practice it once a week.
You know what? Bunt. I think he's going to be the 2nd hitter.
I'm saying though,
he should be the 2nd hitter.
You guys, bunting has never been so crucial in a rule of baseball because you don't know what's going to happen. You're in a tie game in the 9th inning. We know what's coming in the extra inning. Runner on second means strategy-wise, this plays makes more sense than the inside pick.
And I know people like my old man, he would say, "Are you home? Are you away?" You're both getting the same chances.
How about 1 second? Let me. It's just something people forget to bunt in 162 game. All of a sudden, the playoffs coming,
they have to do it,
and they bunting. Like, okay, you not did it all year long. People don't prepare yourself. I remember coming from Toronto, and we missed 2 bunts in Toronto, and we lose a game. Next day, I put the machine on. Everybody got a bunt.
Well, honestly,
besides my big boys.
If anybody's ever bunted off a machine, it's impossible.
I'll give you an example. We're in the playoffs, okay? I'm going to pick the White Sox because they're the closest team that most people know the roster for. We're there, okay? And you're in the 7th and 8th inning because this is how AJ Brzezinski became famous. And a guy hits a double. Eloy walks off with a double. Boom. Walk-off double. Okay? And whoever's hitting behind him does this and moves the runner and gets out at first in a close play. And the next guy drives him in with a sac fly Everyone's going to praise this man as the grand savior of the situation.
Okay, first of all, that's the way baseball's been since 1890.
No, I'm saying that, but fans, like when the White Sox did it, and that
was amazing.
Fun of them.
Small ball,
like, Ozzie ball, the go-go. Like, oh my God, look at this guy. Oh, he was like, oh, how bizarre.
I don't think the important hitter is not the guy that moves him over. It's the guy behind him. Because if the guy behind him gets him in.
People want to be a manager. It's tragedy, guys. People think I cannot manage it. Yes. When you're bunting, you got the guy hit a double. If you got to bunt, you not think about the guy behind him. You think about the guys in the dugout.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah, okay. It's because I say, okay, is I bunt with this guy? They're not going to pitch to Frank Thomas. They're going to pitch to the guy behind.
And then, then it comes in. The guy in second, like you said, the guy in second is Eloy Jimenez. Ground ball, bunt is not that good. Boom, he's out at third.
You got to do a good bunt. Here's a play.
Yeah, but you got to think about the guy.
No, here's the play. Next guy. I'll give you this one. This is why the pitching rule sucks. Innings opens, runner on second. First batter. Boom, batter. You face one.
You can walk the next two and bring another pitcher.
Okay, that's fine.
If you want
it, that's fine. Double,
or drill the next two, whatever.
Double, that means more runs come in. Now, I'm putting the pressure on you because if I'm the guy and I say, okay, my best pinch hitter is here, and I'm going to switch the sides, that's when managing get interesting. You're going to take the strategy is on the offense has the upper edge because you can manage and say you can set up and say, okay,
so
righty
it's basically before we jump into the next topic, Tony's gonna have a decision to make. Do I want to play for the big inning, do you want to play for one run or do you want to play for big inning?
In the White Sox team, I know that White Sox team better than anybody. I watch them like the Hawks. Okay, they know how.
They're not button.
A bunner. They're not.
But
maybe Eaton.
I'm saying that you can teach it though.
Yeah, but you know what? You went through all your high school.
That's a lie, dude. These guys are professional baseball players. If you get in make bunting in spring training every single day, and the strategy means
I did,
and you're one of the best bunt teams.
No, because like for example, he used to make Alexei Ramirez bunt, couldn't bunt.
Some guys either buy into the strategy.
Like I'm saying right now, I'm going to look it up. I don't think Yohan Moncada. I don't think he can bunt consistently. Get it down.
I think Moncada can bunt for base hit, but he can bunt for sacrifice.
Very different.
Okay, I'm saying.
I tell you what, bunting for
you know what's hard? Bunting for sacrifice. When everyone knows that you're bunting for sacrifice, you got to be perfect.
You got to be Ozzie Guillén.
My whole thing is strategy-wise. Strategy-wise, if you're in the lineup and you're like, it's a bigger chance of me getting this bunt down to get a win. That's what teams win and lose. I'm just saying
it's exciting because
I'm saying that the runner on second, everyone's throwing it down like, oh, it's dumb. I think there's more strategy to it than anybody thinks because they walk a guy. They walk a guy to face the next guy. Double 3-0.
A lot of strategy. We're gonna see what guys do, and teams are gonna start practicing these kind of things. Regular season, they're gonna now. You know when you used to do rundowns in the spring training. Now they're gonna start going like, hey, go on second. Pitch. Yeah, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be us.
Part of the strategy. So they're gonna see, and now the number is gonna be how many. The new analytics number is gonna be how successful is when a runner on second. No, because that number doesn't exist. No one.
But you know what? Also, you're a manager, and you look all those geniuses out there. You look what kind of bullpen they have. If I have better bullpen than my opposition team, I will bunt because they gotta use every inning. Another thing, then my bullpen is deeper. And be used less, I will bunt, make sure the next inning they don't have nobody bullpen.
But you have to have one guy to pitch the three guys. And three guys is game.
But strategy-wise, though, when anybody's looking at the analytics, a runner on second base, only 1 year of that stat exists.
So we're excited, just like everyone else, to see what did the teams do here in Chicago and all over the league. I know from the opening day there'll be an extra inning game.
Okay, extra inning game. You might be the Anaheim Angels, and you're in first place, and you've won 19 extra inning games because of the bunting the guy over. Everyone's going to be talking about it.
I bet you Joe Maddon's going to try everything he can.
And by the way, every year change. Okay, now we're going to play like Houston. This year we're going to play like Tampa Bay.
Because, like you said, every year is a trend.
We're going to be the Dodgers.
Every year
nobody has their own personality. Hey, we're going to play all games.
By the way, some teams do, and that's some teams that win. The runner on second. Nobody has built. We're the best running team with a runner on second. You might be. Runner on second, you might be the team that said, like Oakland Athletics. Everybody played against Tony in the 90s, 17 games over. New York Yankees.
Yeah, but Mariano's coming in. Yeah, but you understand now that when you do play the Oakland Athletics right now, you know they're not bunting.
No,
so I respect that.
I respect that. It's like you don't take walks.
Exactly. Hey, we don't walk.
Houston not
the
bunting.
shifts. No, I'm saying the shifts. Like basically, I'm saying though, and then the first time Houston does bunt, that's when oh my God, that just happened. So it's deep. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Do you like the rule?
No, we have people saying, would you walk runner on second, visiting team, then Eric Law saying, would you walk your 4 or 5 hitters to face 6, 7, 8? I wouldn't, because those runs can score too.
It depends.
You can open the game.
Wide open.
By the way, it's harder because all of a sudden when you walk the guy with bases loaded, that guy, they have to throw a strike. They have to throw the ball over the plate. And they put
it's a lot of pressure. Puts a lot of pressure on the pitcher, and then one hit, you can score 2, 3. Because at the worst thing, because think about this. It happened a lot. The worst thing that can happen is they score 1 off you,
and that's it.
And you take it because like, okay, I'm going to score 1, 2. Yeah. You just don't want it to be 3, 4, 5 runs.
Correct, and that's where the strategy comes. And that's why we're here on La Vida Baseball breaking down. Like you see, we're very passionate about managing. Ozzie's a great in-game manager. I love the rule change. I wish that the universal DH was still used because I haven't seen pitchers hitting. Because if you're a pitcher, that means you couldn't have hit.
That's just dumb. I don't know why.
This is the reality of it. So before we close out, we have a special doing it for the gram. Our mother, Ozzie Guillén. We have a short video here of Ibis. I told you she should start a little business with this. A
little pandemic business.
Yeah. So let's take it to the video of doing it for
Leave me alone business.
Of seeing what they might make you work for her.
Brother, I want to smoke some cigars, man. They don't let you out of your house anymore.
I think go smoke a cigar in the afternoon if I just asked her.
I don't smoke, so
do we have that?
Bueno, aquí estamos trabajando, pintando las flores que queden azulitas, bien bonitas. El arreglo va quedando así. Tenemos que trabajar aquí adentro porque hay mucho, pero sí se puede. Así está quedando. Después les mostramos más. Besos.
So, and during this Corona pandemic, we're all looking for hobbies and things to do. I
love those.
I didn't know that we have a gender reveal for an acquaintance of ours, a good friend of ours, on Saturday, and my mom decided to do the decorations.
So if you need flowers, a decoration for your flowers, kid's birthday, wedding, hit us up. Maybe even start a business.
By the way, before the pandemic is coming, you guys got something cooking about. Because we were going
to do I was going to do a cafe with like Discovery Zone.
Yeah, but besides
Children's Playhouse, COVID was.
Yeah, but besides that,
thank God you didn't go in before COVID hit.
You see Adela's party. Adela's party. I think he is love to do that. And please, people, if you like her, I will recommend her. And when she do that, she leave me alone for at least a couple of days because she's doing something.
So this guy's talking about cigars. Like, all I gotta do is ask. The reason I don't smoke is because it's winter.
So all you people out there, that are married, do you guys have to ask permission to go smoke a cigar or what? I don't think you have to ask permission.
No, I'm saying though, like I have 2 little kids. If I'm gonna be gone for 2 hours.
No, besides that, you're gonna come over.
I it's coming smelling like smoke. It's called a shower. Okay, I can go out smoke right now.
And by the way, that's the other thing. I can go smoke. And if you have little kids, by far, your first priority is not that. But my dad has no one at home. He's alone. Yeah. Right now, he just go home. He can do whatever he wants. He go get golf balls.
You can literally have a conversation.
Oh, and I will say this. I didn't want to say it to you in person.
Why?
My golf clubs will be here tomorrow.
I told you.
They got express.
Wait.
New golf club, express shipping.
Hey, wait a minute. What I told you, you lose. Pay me. I say,
we didn't
bro, listen, your golf club going to be, you're taking so much.
By the way, you should be saving your cameo money because you've got a lot of bets going out there.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing that we're going to address on our next show. I think our next show is the beginning of spring training.
No.
We have one before.
Yeah.
No, because pitchers and catchers report.
I don't consider spring training until everybody shows up.
Well, I think we're going to do on the show before we sign off. We are going to pick our picks here live.
And the bets that we have.
We're going to say them out loud here. What he has, what I have.
By the way,
and then
when I was working this game, I was genius. Like 3 years in a row, I hit
because I gave you you
know how to say that.
So for everyone that says Pacoda sucks, 3 years in a row, everybody who's bet Pacoda and they bet every single thing. If they bet every single thing in Vegas, they've hit over 20 teams.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest with you. I saw the Pacoda projections.
Is your white friend you hate him?
No, but I understand why. Because there's a lot of these things all have to go right.
Oney, for him in 2006, after coming off the World Series, they still gave him 85 games. He was a genius manager, okay? And by the way, I did Rick Renteria, I did Ozzie. I'm going to do Bobby Cox, and I'm going to do Tony La Russa. I want to see managers that we think that they're amazing. There hasn't been a manager that says I beat Pecota by 25 games.
Let's see.
But I did Pecota for 5, 6, 8 games.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's say Pecota says, let's say Pecota's off by 10 games.
That's a lot of games.
Okay,
that's 80 to 90 is a lot of games.
So 83 games. So, okay, so to close out the game like this, they're off by. Let's say they were off by 10 games. Okay, they said the White Sox were going to win 83 games. So off by 10 games means they could either be a 73 game
or 93
or a 93 game.
That's a huge difference.
So do you think the Sox are a 73 game?
No,
being way off.
They're better.
Okay, so just that same reality you say that is
it'd be the other way.
It'd be the other way, saying 93, and I still think 93 might not even get them. Maybe a wild card.
I said 87 to 88 wins right here. That's my.
Hey, that's for another topic. Next time.
Another topic. So thank you very much here on Vida Baseball. We love you guys. Keep watching Being Guillén. Subscribe to our podcast at La Vida Baseball, and check us out when you're driving our past episodes. And hit us up on Being Guillén on Instagram.
Here it is.
Oh, Madrid.
By the way, I see you in I will see you in the budget.
Let us know what topics you guys want to. Us to hit. You guys want to talk about like specific teams?
Anything.
Let us know on the Being Guillén fan
because
page.
Hey, now the Super Bowl's over. I mean, obviously, if you care about March Madness, but it means baseball is here. Yeah. So, which is a good thing. And we can golf in the spring.
That'd be a good thing, guys. Pick whatever you guys want us to talk.